Hey there, good evening, and welcome here to the Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So we're here on Monday night with a look back at a classic rock album. This is the first one I've done by this group, and it is coincidentally their debut album. Yes, it is. This one right here. So I have a 2-for album collector here, or whatever you want to call it. This is the Klaatu's debut album, also known as 347 EST, but basically it's their debut album. So the Klaatu, a Canadian band, basically these guys are or were session musicians that got together and decided to put out this album, and then they've done 3 or 4 more after that too. So this was released August the 11th, 1976. It's about 36 and a half minutes in length on the Capitol Records or Daffodil Records. Produced by Terry Brown. Yes, Terry Brown, the Rush producer, and Klaatu. So the Klaatu, the band, so there's 3 members of the Klaatu, and we're looking at this album here in case I didn't point it out. The other album we'll probably do when that one goes through its turn on my playlist. John Wolochuk, vocals, piano, organ, mellotron, acoustic guitar, bass, and some synthesizers and percussion as well. D. Long on vocals, electric and acoustic guitars, electric sitar, synthesizers, ukulele, and mellotron. And then Terry Draper on drums, percussion, timpani, and also vocals. There's some additional musicians on the album as well, including Doug Riley on orchestral arrangements, xylophone on Sir Bodsworth Rugby III. That's the song, sorry. Vern Dirge on chimes on Sub Rosa Subway. Bruce Cassidy on trumpet on Dr. Marvello, and Dave Kennedy on guitars on California Jam, and Raymond Gassy backing vocals also on California Jam. So there are a total of 8 tracks on this album. From top to bottom, really good. No bad songs. I like them all. Some quirky sounds. So there's a little bit of that Beatles-ish sound going on here, and that's where this album got its fame from, because they didn't put any of the credits on the album. So when people were looking at it, they kind of heard the Beatles a bit here. Some people heard the Beatles and asked them, and the record label was kind of elusive in their answers, which only fueled the fire that this was actually the Beatles in an undercover thing putting out an album. Of course it wasn't, but it did fuel some sales for the album. Definitely did that. So 8 tracks in total, like I said. The big track, of course, is Calling All Occupants of Interplanetary Craft. This, of course, was covered by Karen Carpenter, or the Carpenters, as we know, because I've done a video on this. You can go and look back at that if you want. It'll be on Who Did It Better under that label. Excellent song. Probably their most well-known song, I would say. I like it. It's a bit quirky, but catchy as well. I do like this song. Next is California Jam. This is a little bit more mainstream sounding. Got a kind of catchy, kind of a little bit of a catchy rhythm section to it as well. I say this has got that kind of California flavor, so it makes sense that they would call it that. Anus of Uranus. This is a kind of a quirky, weird song. Definitely wouldn't go unnoticed on a Blue Oyster Cult album. Very kind of similar. A little bit of a similar feel to it. Sub Rosa Subway, probably my favorite track on the album. It's it's got a catchy rhythm to it and a catchy beat to it, and I feel like I want to sing when it's going on as well. True Life Hero. This one is another kind of a Blue Oyster Cult feel to it. Also a little bit of a Beatles-ish feel to it as well. It's catchy too. Another kind of poppy feel song to it. Dr. Marvello. This one's good, strong, a little bit heavier than the other ones. Not super heavier, but anything, but a little bit more. And then you've got Sir Bodsworth Rugglesby, sorry. Kind of a weird song. I do like it, though. It's kind of quirky at the same time. And then it ends off with Little Neutrino. This is a good, solid song to end the album off on. Interesting sounds. Another kind of quirky song. This one a little bit more spacey, I think. So, yeah, excellent first album for this band. It did pretty well. I think it was silver in both the UK and God, I can't remember the other one. Actually, I think it was the UK and maybe Canada might have been the other one. I'm not sure. Anyways, it did reasonably well for a first time album from people. Basically, a lot of that was because of the Beatle kind of connection there too. So excellent first album by this band. I'm looking forward to the next one. I have listened to all 5 of their studio albums at one point or another. I know that the third one, I think, has the best kind of album cover. A little bit more progressive. They are considered progressive, like a progressive rock band. But they have other sounds too. Poppy, kind of Beatles sounding, pop type stuff going on as well. So yeah, lots of different stuff going on. So that's my take on the Klaatu's debut album, and simply entitled debut album. I think some places used it as 347 EST just to differentiate it from I'm not even sure why they wanted to differentiate it between. I do like this second album cover too. It's quite good. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of looking back at a classic rock album featuring the Klaatu and their debut album. If you have, please hit the like and subscribe. If you want to make any comments about the album, you can put that in the comments section below, or the group, or their history, or any of that quirky stuff that they've done. You can do that as well. And we will be back next Monday night with another look back at yet another classic rock album. So take care, and we'll see you then. Goodbye.